Hello and welcome to the kimchicast for day 7 of the World Championships 2023. I am your host, Box Kimchi. I don't have a good introduction or pun for this. I never do. So, Flowers is here. Oh my god. Let's go. I thought Flowers is skipping this year, but I forgot he's showing up for the second half. I'm so excited. Anyways, Gam Dplus Kia kick us off today. Elimination match number, well, 1 of 1 today, but elimination match number 3 of the 1-2 pool. So far, we've seen C9 get sent home. We saw the Mad Lions get 2-0'd, and now I think Dplus are going to take this one pretty clean, but who knows? Gam, anything is possible, I think. After their game against DL, anything's possible. But it's going to be pretty difficult here. It's just, you got a mountain to climb if you're Gam. If you're Dplus, you're expected to win. So it's a bit of an unfair system, but it's not. I mean, I don't make the rules. We just follow them. And for Gam, it's honestly house money. You made it this far. You won a game. You won a set. And they've looked pretty good. They haven't looked good since the play-ins, really, but there's always hope. It's Gam, and there it is. Gam time. It can be Gam time. Will it be is yet to be seen, of course, but I hold out hope ever. Gam, make it happen? I hope so. I would really appreciate a Gam win. It's just, are Gam even going to be able to make or get to play their own game? We'll see. Man, that damn one, that Dplus Kia logo sucks. And their name sucks. It's just, Levi has to match up against Canyon. Kiaya. No, not Kiaya. Gonna remember it. Slater has to match up against Deft. And we get into draft here. Honkai, yeah. And Katsi has to match up against Showmaker. It's going to be a real tall task ahead of the Gam boys as they get rid of Deft's Caitlyn immediately. Oh, wow, that's really off-center. My bad. But if you saw the pre-match primer, Gam coming in, hopes, or not even hopes are high. Spirits are high. The vibes are good. They just want to. They know that if they're feeling good entering the game, they're going to be playing good, hopefully. And they're doing it for the VCS. They want to prove that the VCS matters. This would be their first best of win against a major region, I believe. I believe Vietnam, this would be their first. Yeah, I believe this would be their first major region best of win. So it would be massive. Kana with an interesting hover. I don't imagine you first pick top lane ever in this meta, especially in a jungle meta or in top lane meta where it's just constant counters. But I mean, you could take. I think you just take your mid lane here, or ADC, and it's going to be the Kai'Sa. Kind of was leaning towards it. I thought it was going to be the Kai'Sa, and in the end, it was. And that's just a good pick for Deft. Kind of the last of the big 3 ADCs, and his best ADCs. So, DK already in the driver's seat of this series, it feels like, with this draft, and it's only been one pick. And Kiaya going to take his Rumble. Levi taking the Jarvan. They left him up. They're going to try and show why Gam are here and why you don't let Kiaya and Levi pick these champions, why they've been banned against them so much. And Kana just is going to take the Jax. We've seen the Jax not go well, but the Cassandra, I mean, it's not going to go well either way. You can play pretty well around it. It's not super hard. So oof. We've seen Kiaya play around the Cassante and the Jax before, or counter the Jax and Cassante before, and I'm confident he can do it again. As we are looking to the Syndra. Ooh. Taking it away from Katsi would be huge, but they're gonna take the Lee Sin for Canyon. Lee Sin, terrible win rate, and I'm not a big fan of it. I haven't really been large on it, but Katsi has his signature champion available. But is he going to take it? I don't know. With the Orianna hover, I think they're going to go for the more consistent, the overall safer pick, and they will take the Orianna instead. I really was a big fan. I was really excited to see Katsi on the Syndra. Just they left it open. They even hovered it. DK even hovered the Syndra, but in the end, they don't pull the trigger on it and choose to go for the team fight champion. Nico banned away from Showmaker. I mean, it was yesterday for you guys, and I guess, actually, no, it was the same day. It'll be today. But for me, I saw these games on the same day that Nico took over in Weibo Gaming. Or took over in Weibo Gaming Mad. And it was a huge integral part of them winning. And we see the Aphelios taken away from Slater, and now with 5 ADCs off the board for Gamble. What is the pick? Ezreal, probably. We've seen Ashe and Zeri come up in popularity. Actually, we've seen Zeri overtake Ezreal in recent popularity, too. We've seen a bit of Draven and Renata banned away. This is such a bot lane oriented draft, it feels like, for these two. Interesting that they left the Xayah. They banned out the Xayah, not wanting to give it over, it seems. It will be the Rakan taken. Getting the strong support will be a good choice no matter what, really. It's just one of the best supports on the patch. And is this going to be Kellen on this Rel? If so, that's going to be really, really strong here for DK. I think Rel would have been stronger for Gam here, allowing them to team fight a lot harder. But Slater's not, or Pallet's not at all on a bad pick. He's shown extreme proficiency on this champ. He's shown proficiency on the Rakan, so it's not the worst. And to round out this draft, what is the mid lane into... The Syndra's available, but I think Showmaker wants this Sylas pick. Because why not? There it is. Showmaker. And there it is. Yep, I was saying it. Zeri is just a very interesting champion we've been seeing rising up the priority boards of these players past the, I mean, not as high as Aphelios yet, but past Draven even in terms of prio. And so Zeri will be the final pick here for Gam, and it will be Slater's ADC. Whew. Good team fight comp from Gam. It's all down to execution now. DK very much have a good comp they can work around. I just see the vision better. I see it better for Gam. I can tell what they want and how they're going to do it easier. And I think that could work against you. It's good to draft a coherent comp, but if you're too blatantly, if you make it too obvious what you're playing for, sometimes teams can hold that against you. And so, I mean, because they know that they're going to have to shut down Slater and shut down Kiaya. That's not even something from this draft. That's just something we've seen from these teams. Like, oh my goodness, those are right on the camera. But we've seen that this whole time. It's really been this entire tournament. You can hear my clicks. I'm not sorry. And the Deft fans, there's this guy blocking the signs, so sadness. But we've seen how Gam play and what they went through, top, jungle, or no, top, mid, bot lane, pretty much every time. That's not normal. Okay. Aww. That's adorable. I want a little alpaca with a Damwon Kia jersey on it. I gotta get the world's Tibbers. But now it's just some matchups I mean some of these player matchups I think favor DK, some of them favor Gam, and it's just really I just want to see how it plays out. It's most important. Because I guess all of this talk doesn't really matter because once we get on the Rift, it's really it. Dang, some of these people are really good at their drawings too. Damn. Oh my god. And there's a delay. No. I hate these delays. There's some pretty bad ones. And don't think this one will be one of them. The Wi-Fi's crapping out, I guess. I don't know. I don't know how you can have an error before the game starts, but there's errors before the game starts. I'm really, really hoping for an aggressive game, of course. As always is the case with Gam. They like getting in there. They like fighting. And so I am hoping that we see something come from that. And yes, obviously, Damwon Kia has the crowd at their back as they are the native team. So, crowd at the back. Fans want to see DK win, obviously. Kana going for the grass peers, expecting lots of trades, it seems. Well, trades he can do something in. And Kellen going to just throw down his W in a bush to get the mount up ready. They know he's in mount up form, or he's prepared to go mounting. Slater just getting a massive charge onto Deft early. The call out of, or the call for no one. I thought I saw call for Deft. Sorry. Now, Levi, or not Levi, Kati already going for early wards. Showmaker not going to be able to proc his first strike for quite a while. They're pretty even in health as well. Kati, level 3. And they know where Levi is. They don't know where Canyon is, though. That's going to be a big thing, though. They know where Levi's going. And they are not aware of where Canyon is. And this can allow Canyon to really start playing around the map as long as he doesn't walk through that one ward that Kati couldn't get super deep. Oh, jumps away. Good dodge there from Pallet. So much mana burn, though. Now Showmaker. Going to just tank a Dissonance here. Kellen spots out Pallet. And now it's going to be a jump down. The crash down is so much value. And now here comes Levi onto Showmaker. Canyon answering this perfectly, though. Showmaker just leaving. There's no hard CC coming through from from Dplus Kia. My goodness. Phone. Come on. Sorry, my phone was ringing. You probably heard it, to be honest, so I'm not shocked. And Pallet going to get stuck again. Crash down into the Ignite. The Grand Entrance away. The Flash. The The Void Seeker will secure first blood for Deft. And DK are playing in the hot seat. They're playing so aggressive in that bot lane. Gam, they got to play their game. They want to get in there. That's what their game is. Kellen, going to be able to hold his wave. Doesn't even need to. Gets the crash down onto Slater. Nice combo. They're going to get aggressive here. Double stun, though. And just delay. Honestly, they could have just took the back there. That's already a Noon Quiver, though, for Kaisa. And that's just going to be so strong in Deft's hands. Especially compared to the... I don't think there's a chance. Unless... not Kati. Unless Slater has it himself. He's not going to be able to back. And there's just no vision over here. Levi getting this very aggressive invade. Nice. And now Canyon and Kiaya not really getting busy. And this is just Pallet, not at all. Respecting. It's not. And now it's going to be the first Drake over to DK. They're pretty confident in their ability to do it. It's going to be Boots instead of Noon Quiver on the side of Slater, it seems. Going for the longsword Boots instead. Fair enough. And now Gam are just not able to do much. Canyon. Brutal Q. Pallet going to spot out the support in jungle. But besides that, not too much coming through. Canyon is invading. And they know. The minions go a bit too far, and now Levi knows, or they know Levi's here. Kellen going to catch out Pallet again. The Ignite out. The Plasma procs will secure the second kill for Deft. And Kellen runs in there, but Slater with ulti available. Deft also has the ultimate, but it's going to be really hard here. And now Canyon comes in with the flash kick Q. And it's going to be 2-0 on the side of Dplus Kia in that bot lane. And they are just unrelenting. And they know he's on chickens. And lightning crash. Oh, Canyon. Adding. Brutal. And now getting aggressive is kind of the only. They can't really get aggressive here. It's just so difficult to do. Good buffer there. Gam will get this Rift Herald off vision. They won't know for the time being. Don't think they actually know. Just an invade again. Levi going to take his back and choose to go for the Raptors instead, actually. Canyon just stealing away the Wolves. Pretty easy. Canyon just continuing to invade. They only know Callan's here. They don't know. And they don't know. Oh boy. And already first item finished for Deft. Slater has a longsword and a dagger. It's such a diff in gold right now. In effective gold and total gold, it is just a diff across the board. Just, it's going to have to be a miracle angle from Gam already. And we're only 11 minutes in, but Deft is just so fed. And Showmaker going to get away from Kati. And now Levi's here. I don't know why. And Canyon, with the knowledge of Levi's up here, going to just go for the dragon. Nice dodge there from Pallet to just not be dead. Oof. And now with the 2 Drake lead and a 1,000 gold lead, DK are fully in the driver's seat and chilling. In the words of me, they're Bing shilling. Oh my goodness. Almost over 30 CS diff in this, in the jungle. Showmaker shows on bot side, and Slater just has to respect that. There's no choice. It's pretty much entirely on Deft, so 1k gold lead, not insurmountable yet. I mean, it's on Deft and Canyon. And Kiaya just has to give up space here. Knows there's at least an extra player, at least one extra member rotating onto him, so just gives up all that space. Kati, force the flash out of Deft here. That's going to be value. Nice siege. And they will get the first turret still. Not bad. They're working on bringing it back, it seems. What's the second item going to be for Ori? And the Bork. Ooh. Bork for Slater here. That's an interesting rush. To say the least, it is. So. And Canyon steals all of it. Knows. Doesn't know Ballard's there, but Ballard knew he was there and just gave. Already. Oh my goodness. We're at 17 minutes for Cloud Soul. Thank you for mentioning it. Oh, is it medic? Oh, I said flowers. Whoops. I'm so tired. I'm sorry for being dead silent. The Herald, started by DK. Are Gam going to try and fight something? Showmaker walking forwards. There's not really an angle here for Gam. A nice crash down into the Magnet Storm. The Cataclysm's out. The Equalizer will only catch Kana. Forces the flash out with the Shockwave, and they will win the trade. Kellen falls to Slater. And that's it. Herald in exchange for a kill. Not bad. Oh, wow, they did. Literally every ulti out. Oof. Everything burned from Gam, though. Kati, in such a bad spot, might just be dead already. Yep. The Shockwave stolen, and the flash out from Showmaker will secure the solo kill for... Well, yeah, flash out. Yeah, flash out for Showmaker to secure the solo kill. There you go. And third Drake will go to Dplus Kia now. This is not good. If you are a Gam fan, this is going terribly. Pallet, what are you doing? I'm gonna pause here. I'm just gonna pause here. I'm tired. I'm so freaking tired. Okay, I'm back now for the rest of game 1. Look, I was tired. I really wanted to eat. So, leave me alone. Here we go. Also, this game is just really boring. Like, it's just been Dplus steamrolling Gam for the time being. And it's hard to cast while you're tired. And casting a game that you're not super hyped for because you kind of know what's going to happen just from the regions alone. Give me a break. Leave me alone. I mean, this was just, yeah. Showmaker just able to diff Kati. That's really it. Just able to diff Kati super hard. DK already on soul point. We're pretty much... we could see like a 22-minute soul here, or DK could just bail. Mid turret will be falling here. Should be falling. Oh, never mind. Doesn't even have the angle for it. And Canyon. Jukes. Away from the space laser. I don't know what it's actually called. I don't need this Aphelios page anymore. Sorry, I was on my Aphelios page because I had to cast an Aphelios. And I didn't know what any of his abilities are called. Ultra Shot, yeah, that's about right. Kiaya jukes out Kana there and doesn't get thrown into a massive combo. Gam. I meant Pallet. I don't know why I said Gam. I think that was the first thing I saw. But Pallet walking up a bit far and gets a face full of Lance from Kellen. And now top and bot tier 1s falling. Not working on this tier 1 mid currently. Rageblade for Deft is terrifying. Banshee's Veil for Showmaker already finished. It's not even half items for most of for most of Gam. They're not even on 1.5 items. DK are just accelerate. They are just turboed in this game. And I can't see an angle where Dplus don't take game 1 clean. Kellen, spotted out, is not going to walk up and face check Pallet here. Knows better. And now, I mean, it feels like they just don't have an angle here. Zeri is just so behind compared to what this Kais is at. 2 items and boots to just 1.5 in boots is a big jump. And now DK are just gonna play hyper aggressive. Kellen and Levi can't jump in there with Pallet. There's just too much of a threat of counter engage. And there's just no way they can out team fight DK right now. Sonic Wave going to land onto Levi, but no Lee Syndrome from Canyon. Oof. Conti will finish the Morellos, so reduced healing on all of DK if they can hit it. Also DK, bad abbreviation. Anyways. But otherwise, Navari finished for Slater now. They can compete with this Kaisa for the time being. Can't really see what Kaisa's going towards next, mostly because it could be literally any item in the game for ADCs. If I had to guess, Wit's End would be next. And with the Drake spawned, DK steal away the Rakan ultimate, the quickness available to them. They don't have an angle to really enter this pit. They need to steal this Drake. But Showmaker is just standing around. Levi's way in there. Or not way in, they're just way in there, I guess. A nice equalizer onto Deft, but the Magnet Storm crashed down. Showmaker looking to come in. DK secured the Drake. Soul Levi has to Cataclysm onto Deft, but just gets abducted by Showmaker. And now Deft on a killing spree. And now panic time for Gam, as not only did you not get the dragon, you did not kill anyone in that fight. You didn't get a single kill, and now DK are going to just punish. It is time, and they're just going to start Baron. There's just no chance. Levi, of course, had to be the one to fall there. And they don't have anything. They don't have Equalizer. They don't have a Shockwave. It's going to be Baron secured, and Kiaya gets juggled into DK's carries. And it's going to be the second kill for Showmaker. And just throws the quickness out to get rid of it, really. And DK have all the objectives on their side. Oh, Levi didn't have it at the time. Or he did. Guess he was just worried about the Kai'Sa ulti coming out. I'm not sure just quite what was worrying. But just didn't use it on Deft to trap him in the Cataclysm. Or trap him in the Equalizer to get something, I think. And then just... And now, I think it's just time to parade it into the base. Deft takes the mid turret. You see the one, not a 1-3-1 quite yet. Canyon looking for an angle off to the side. Doesn't know he's on vision, and already, we're only like a minute into this, and they're already at a 3,600 gold advantage, which means they've more than doubled the initial advantage on a Baron, which is 1,500-ish naturally. And, yeah, you can't really see much above that chart. Canyon going to just dodge everything, and now up to 4,500. It's getting ugly, as they have two base turrets coming down, and Kana is fearless in this top lane right now. Showmaker up against Kiaya. It's a 3-level difference. Kiaya has to just give here. He's going to throw the Equalizer onto himself, but Showmaker just tanking and goes golden. And throws the Equalizer down even to back up Slater. Slater just gets flashed on by Deft, though. And now Gam are running for the hills. It's a double kill for the ADC, for the world champion ADC, may I remind you. And double inhib, maybe, but it doesn't matter. There is no way to... There's no other way to put it as they get put into the Cataclysm. It's a double kill for Showmaker. And now the unofficial... Or actually, no. My bad. That was a turret. Unofficial triple kill for Deft. And now 1-0 lead for Dplus Kia. Since Deft's birthday. 3-0. That is great for Dplus. Damn Juan Kia. I mean, it was just such a clean game. They really didn't have any angles for Gam to get in there. They turned their aggression against them even by just bullying them early. They really went, they even got insanely aggressive in the bot lane and just stopped them. And just never gave Gam the angle to fight them evenly on even footing. And that's all really Dplus needed to do to take the Game 1 win and push Gam to the brink of elimination. And so we await Game 2, where Gam look to keep their world's run alive and keep the faith of the VCS alive. And we're back as DK on the verge of going to the 2-2 pool to advance to the playoffs. Gam on the verge of elimination from the World Championships, as we are jumping straight into the draft. And if you're Gam, you just gotta play better in general. Like, it's just, you never really had an angle to get into this game. You need to really, really think something through. And now, just... Caitlyn banned away. You gotta ban away the Caitlyn against Deft. It's just not an option. Got a world skin for a reason. Renata taken away from DK. Interesting. We've seen Renata's presence really even prio increase as the tournament's gone on, starting from 0 presents to just, I think, a few days ago, really picking up. So these two teams, or every team, is starting to acknowledge that Renata's a bit of an issue. Also, 3 ADC bans. Again, this is such an ADC-centric draft. There's so few ADCs that are as dominant as the top of the top tiers. That it's just going to be really hard. And we're going to the Kai'Sa again. Is this the answer Gam need to take DK to the limit? I don't even think they took... there's Kana taking the Rumble away from Gam, not even giving them the choice, and Rel locked in. The flex pick is now an option. And now Levi picks up the Cassante for his top laner into this Rumble, and Kotzi will get Pallet. The Nautilus Kai'Sa is not half bad, and this could be Canyon's Lee Sin. He finally got the champion. It's 4th win. I picked that for highest win rate, minimum 5 games. Bro, you have no clue how awful Lee Sin has been. Teams keep picking it, and it has like 4 wins, I think. 5. Will Canyon get Lee Sin the 6th win of the tournament? I thought it was going to be a good pick. Has not been a great pick so far. We're crushed out here. Wukong immediately banned away from Levi. This time in 2nd rotation. They took it out 1st rotation in game 1. They're just taking away Levi's pocket picks for the most part. And Pallet, the other champion that he's been proven to be pretty good at this tournament, is Nautilus. Oh my goodness. This guy plays Rakan and Nautilus a lot, especially since the play-in stage was Rakan Nautilus Central. Ophelio's taken away from Deft. And Vi taken away from Levi. It's just going to be double jungle bans. They are not scared of they're leaving the Syndrop even. But both teams need a mid laner, so actually they might take the Syndra or the Orianna, not banned again, and Showmaker can make use of it. But with the Rel in his pocket, is he thinking about it? Neela. We did see a Neela. I don't think it won. I'm pretty sure it was BDS, and it will be Sivir. We've seen 3 Sivir picks. None of them have worked. Like, I'm not a massive fan of Sivir. And why not? Levi says, if this is the last ride, let me enjoy it, as he locks in the Nocturne for the 2nd time this tournament. He picked it last in the play-ins. It is. Oh, and Kati calls for the Akali. Kellen. No. Showmaker. Just so many counters available in the hands of Showmaker. It's not the Ziggs, though. The thing is, Ari, Silas, Lissandra, all great options here into this Akali. And it will be the Ari for Showmaker. Showmaker. Playmaker. Maybe. We haven't really seen Showmaker do... Actually, no. I saw Showmaker diff Kati. Like, insanely hard. Multiple times. Fair enough. But don't think we've seen the Playmaker much. We've just seen the carry that is Showmaker. Meanwhile, Deft, gonna be just chilling. He's playing Sivir. There's a reason the Sivers, Pro Sivers, 400 CS every game. I'm just not... I'm intrigued. Let's put it that way. I'm intrigued by pretty much just Gam. I don't know if the Sivir was the best call, but if you want to really think about it, sure, maybe. Could be not Sivir, though. Think about it. Could be. Not Sivir. I see nothing wrong. But otherwise, pretty standard drafts out here. Okay, I can't lie. The Nocturne Akali, I can't just say standard draft with a straight face. Because Gam don't have a standard draft. DK, Damonkia have a pretty standard draft, all things considered. But Gam are in their own world, and I like it. Their own aggressive world that they're going to be fighting until the very end. I just hope for a good game. I'm really just hoping this game is closer than game one, if anything. Not much to ask for, is it? I'm just testing my camera. No interesting runes coming out here. Yeah. Actually, wait, hold on. Cole Fleet Footwork. Interesting. I'm intrigued by it. It's something that you can do, and yeah, there's Showmaker just abusing the range diff. And Kellen going to jump onto Pallet. Pallet going to tank the root here. And now the Ignite out from Pallet, or onto Pallet. Kellen flashing forward. Slater flashing backwards as well. And so much pressure. Showmaker just in such an advantage state here. Oof. The call is such an interesting... I mean, I could see where it's coming from. It's just so interesting. I want to see what this Nocturne does. A nice hook to keep Kellen where he belongs. And by that, I mean CC'd. But it's just not going to do much as Pallet just gets traded back by Deft. But Showmaker just able to trade so hard into Kotzi here. Showmaker. The charm doesn't even need the flash. And gets Kotzi's flash instead. That was brutal. They're going to spot out Levi. Taking the scuttle. Kotzi recalls and only gets an amp tome. And refills. So fair. Kotzi just in a beatdown of a lane. Kiaya. Huh. In such a bad spot, but Kana not able to finish it off. Nocturne needs this level 6. Flash for flash, though. Kati, or not Kati. Kana knew Levi was coming, so it's just good burn. Ooh. It's just anything. Just anything for this team. But Canyon just going to start this Drake. And they spotted out, but there's no way they can make a play with Levi all the way in topside. And it is a free Drake on the side of Damwon Kia. And ulti's coming up for this mid lane now. What we need to look at the most is that Levi XP. When Levi hits 6, it hits the fan. It's no longer the same as... I mean, it's no longer the 2017 insane like lane swaps to keep the Maokai at like level 2, but still Levi and his Nocturne. And now Levi caught out. Flash out now. And there's no response from Gam. They just can't answer. And just a bit of an overextension from Levi there. I'm in draft cam. Sorry, guys. There. Merry Christmas. Took me a second to realize it, but I realized it. Kanti's just taking the small things he can. It's not working out. Ooh. Just short on the 3-point. Levi is on vision while taking his own camps. Needs this ultimate so badly. I just don't... I mean, yeah, if Gam just sit and farm, DK are going to just take this win. Levi caught on the Drake now. Kati's here to send some assistance. Pallets up here now. Showmaker and Kana rotating in. It's going to be the first fight as Kana is caught out. Throws the equalizer on himself. But first blood comes through. But Showmaker jumps through. Kati, perfect executions away. Nice block by Pallet on the charm. But Kiaya will fall in trade. And it will be the Herald over to Damwon. But just... Gam had a good play. And then DK just... answer back on that, securing a kill and taking the Herald away in the end. So DK are in such a strong position even when they were caught out for first blood. Good jump onto Kana, but just I don't know. Like, where's Kiaya throughout all this? Oh. That's where Kiaya went. Kiaya is traded back there brutally. Just kind of kills himself. Not a great play. And farm. Deft CSing, his favorite thing to do. Not as much as Hooney loves it, but CS is CS. And now going for the Drake, and DK once again should be able to answer this. They're going to drop the Herald mid, try to create some pressure. Pallet, Hex flashes in, nowhere to go. Pallet's going to be locked down on the equalizer, and Kana will secure the kill onto the support. And now the crash down Magnet Storm onto 2. Kati's over the wall. Kiaya's in the middle of everybody. He's going to try and go all out to salvage it, but Deft will secure the kill onto the... oh my goodness, the top laner. And Slater blocks it, immediately uses Cleanse, is able to run. It will be the second Drake over to Damwon Kia. And now, what is Gam's answer? Because all the plays they've made have faltered. Their play in Top River, their Herald play, backfired on them. DK, flip it, kill them in return, and get the Herald. Their Drake play, turn the lights out, trade Pallet, lose your top laner. Pallet absolutely bricks that too. It's just gone. Just what was Gam's answer there though? What was their plan? Because I don't see anything that they had. I really don't see the play they were actually going for. Just, I need to see Gam actually execute on their plays, because all their plays have just not worked out. And I don't think it's going to get any easier as Deft and Kana and Showmaker and Cannon come online. Canyon, not Cannon. As all those players come online, Levi walking blindly into the jungle, gets found out. The insec is clean. Uses the ulti to jump away. The Q returns, and the burn from Ari will secure the kill for Showmaker. Is Kati thinking about it? No. Canyon won't. And Kati just lets it go. And now Dplus Kia in such a strong position. 4,000 gold ahead. The shield lands onto Deft. A nice combo, but the Void Seeker misses, and that's going to just be the end. Deft will not kill Slater, but Pallet will fall. Deft 2-0 now. Here comes Canyon. And no kill. 4,500 gold, and DK, yep, are up everywhere on the map. Oh, my nose. Oh, that one hurts. Ah. Oh. My God, I still have to sneeze. Gam, death brushing in top lane. Hoping for anything. And now up 5k entirely because of the first turret falling in the... Where was that? In mid, I'm assuming? Considering where Deft is? Yeah. Dplus Kia are just able to take this for free. Teleport coming in from Showmaker. Now the teleport in from Kiaya. We're going to have us a team fight. I don't know if it's going to be very even, but we got us a team fight. The hook onto Kellen, but the charm will stop any re-engage. But there it is, the lights turn out, the all-out. They're going to find the kill out to Deft. Kiaya will take down Canyon. But Kana will not find the kills. Pallet, it's a triple kill for Showmaker. Tries to throw out the rest of the kills, but Showmaker quadra kill to save the fight for Dplus Kia. And no way in hell does he find it, but he manages to weave his way through it all. Oh my goodness. Teammate gets caught. Two teammates get picked off. It's absolutely a huge deal. Like, look at that. But Showmaker just in these back lines, able to do so much damage with that Leandries. And now Dplus are in such a good spot. Okay, anyways, I'm done messing around. The third Drake for DK, they're 7, and it's 7-0 in terms of those this series. And it seems like GAM are ready to go. They're ready to go home. They're ready to get the draw for the 2-2 going in 2 days. They're ready to get the draw done. Tomorrow, actually, the draw, I believe, is finished. Like, they're ready to get out of here. They're ready to move on to get to the last BO3 and qualify for playoffs. They want out. And now, 7,000 gold ahead. Back to 6k. Never mind. 6k gold ahead. And DK, I mean, chill. Just very calm. The fans are laughing because the players and the casters, I don't know what the joke is because I can't hear the Korean casters. There's a bit they're doing with the players. They're not really saying much. As DK siege this tier 2 in bot or in top lane, and Levi going to try and get this top lane or this bot lane tier 1. I am mixing these up. What? I don't know. The players, they're like so. Yeah. That's it. That's the bit. It's kind of, I mean, it's not even the bit. It's just what's happening. And now DK still now actually almost 7k ahead. They're working on it. Kellen looking for Kati. Kati nowhere to run, but Kellen says, good enough. And now Showmaker 5-0. Oh my god. My ring finger hurts. Hold on. Look at that damage. Top 3 on Damwon. Makes sense. DK are just going to walk through that vision to save this tier 1. Which, fair. And now Baron on almost exactly on spawn. They have so much damage. Is there going to be a contest from Gam? I don't think so. The engage is going to immediately be turned around or denied. There's going to be no one to ulti onto with the paranoia, though. And now Gam stop the Baron for the time being. It's only a matter of time, really. They can only stall for so long. They can stall for about another minute, probably. And then DK will just go for the Dragon Soul again. And almost 30... Over 35... Or not 35. Over 30 CS ahead in top lane. 30 CS ahead in mid lane. You're actually 3 CS behind in bot lane, but you also have 9 takedowns. So, for Dplus, they're looking good. Yep, 20 seconds. It is Drake time for Dplus Kia. It's soul time. Kia gets charmed up. Will be able to juke out with the footwork. It's literally called footwork. Levi blocks the spell. Kia, the crash down from Kellen. Catches 2, but Kellen's now separated from the team. Canyon will secure the kill onto Pallet. Now Deft onto Levi. Slater only has Kellen down. Deft, or Kia, being chased. And the double kill for Deft comes through with the boomerang. And now it is Baron time for Dplus Kia. There is no chance of a steal from Gam. I mean, they try to get the Drake here, maybe. I don't think they will, though. I don't see a Drake angle. And this all starts because Kia gets way, way, way too far forward. And Levi never uses that ulti to jump in. Gets charmed and dies. And Kia burns the flash for that and still is a corpse. Oof. And that was a playmaker kind of play for Showmaker. 4-1-8 now on the Sivir for Deft. 5-0-5 on the Ahri. I mean, it's just all of Dplus are just stepping up here, and it's now Drake Soul over to Dplus Kia. There is nothing left for Gam to fight for. I don't know what Gam have an angle for. They don't got anything. They're 2 levels down in top, in mid, or in jungle, I mean. And then they're even most other places. They're down in support, which usually just comes with kills. It's just not really anything they could do. They're just going to kill off this turret. The paranoia goes down, but Levi has to walk away. Kia is already so low. Double kill for Deft. The teleport leaves Kati in the middle of nowhere. And here comes the teleport from Kana now trying to chase him down. Will not. And now DK are pushing the base. It is time, they say. Deft wants it done. Says it is over for you, Gam. Vietnam awaits. And now, that's the first turret down. Kia maybe has a chance of jumping in here, but I don't see much of a position. They have 50 seconds on this bear, and they have the Drake Soul, so they're going to be hitting extra hard. Cannon going to jump onto Kati. First kill over to Kana. Pallet will fall to Showmaker. Going solo, Deft gets his double kill. And Slater, triple kill with a boomerang. And Dplus Kia will knock GAM Esports out of the World Championships. And now make it 4-0 since Deft's birthday. Happy birthday, Deft. Congratulations, Damwon Kia, for surviving the 0-2 run. And now, Cam just couldn't really find an angle in there. Damwon just absolutely bodied them all over the map. And, oh god. And now, GAM coordinating, it seems, as they turn to 1-3, and they're being told to take their final bows as a team. They battled hard to get here. Very, very well battled for Dplus Kia, of course. Oops, that's a transition to the score page, which, yeah, there we go. But very well played by both parties. I mean, for GAM, it was just an uphill battle, sadly. It was very difficult. They are a team from a region that has missed out on international play for a couple years now, so it was not very likely they were going to win this, sadly, against a team of very, very strong players. And that's really it. There's nothing left to do but come back next summer, actually, not even next year, thank God, because they will actually get to be at MSI again. It's great. And so for the VCS, that is the end of your run. For minor regions, that is the end of your Worlds runs. It was nice having you here as a PSG fan. Congrats to GAM for even making it this far, because I didn't think they were even going to beat Team Liquid. But hey, they got the surprise upset. They got their first big win again. I believe that was indeed their first best of win against a major region. So got that out of the way. Good job, Vietnam. And up next, that was the last of the elimination matches until tomorrow. For now, it's the first of 3-2-1 advancement matches as KT and LNG face off for the first spot in the for the third spot in the playoffs. And we're back for the first of the 3 advancement matches over the next 2 days as LNG Esports, the 3 seed from China, take on KT Rolster, the 3 seed from Korea. And these two teams are on very different trajectories, to put it lightly. Not from playoffs or not even from this World Championships. They are actually in a very similar position. Actually, no, there's still different positions there, but from playoffs, KT Rolster were benefactors of a weak weak T1. And hold on, I gotta actually resize that on my. It's annoying me. As we get into the draft here, but KT looked strong entering playoffs, picked T1, paid the price, and never recovered. Lost 2 times to T1 as T1 would take the 3 seed and KT would have to play through regionals despite being the 1 seed in the summer play. Entering the playoffs as the 1 seed, LNG came in, were pretty good for most of the season, almost won LPL summer to ruin the Grand Slam, to ruin JDG chasing the Grand Slam, lost 3-2. Sadly, didn't have the championship points because BLG got second place at the previous split, so they had more points for a second, third than I think a second, fourth from LNG. Sadness, they had to go through regionals. They did really well in regionals, obviously. Won their first match, became the 3 seed, and now they're here. As Maokai will be immediately locked in for cuz LNG went 2-0. KT went 1-1. That's all you need to know. KT struggled against BLG when LNG, I'm pretty sure, instantly smacked them. My goodness. Zika going at Lahens. That's brutal. Going at Lahens. And it will just be the Renekton lock-in? Really? Nope. Jarvan. We haven't seen a Renekton in a little bit. It's been interesting. Haven't seen Renekton in a little bit. It's been nice. But for LNG, they're coming in heads pretty high right now after they're only... I mean, the one that put them here was a 2-1 loss. A narrow loss to JDG in the 2-0 pool. Meanwhile, KT's loss was against BLG, who knows nothing against them, but they're not JDG. And Aphelios picked up by Gala, and now the flexibility of this roster is showing, as it probably will be BDD's Jace if this goes through, but it will be Cassante for Keen here. And it will be BDD's Jace in the end. So they did end up locking it in. They really just wanted to get this Jace on VDD, it seems. And what is Scout's answer? I mean, you could take either, because they're going to probably ban away the Renekton and the Rumble next. Or no, Rumble's already banned away, so they're probably just going to ban away the Renekton and Jax if they really want to. Or Jax, one of the two. And are they just going to take the mid lane? I don't want to say it just yet because I never get it right. But they will take Scout's Nico. 9-4 so far throughout the tournament. Nico's been a pretty solid team fight comp pick. And the circle comp is coming together for LNG. Just need a Rakan and, like, I don't know. What's the... Like, you can't... So... There's no circles in top lane besides, like, Camille. Malphite? You're not picking a Malphite here, though. So, Zeri taken away from aiming here. Already Kaisa, Kalista, and Xayah down. Make it 4 ADCs, 5 off the table for KT. Rakan ban, very good. Just... You don't want anything that can jump onto your Jace, and you already, like, it's kind of already pretty tough. They've let through 2. Varus taken away from aiming here, and that's 6 ADCs off the board. 5 of them by ban. 3 of them from LNG. They don't want aiming to be able to play anything at this point. They want aiming to lock in Ziggs or Karthus or something at this point, too. Like... They don't want aiming on an ADC. It almost feels like it. What's there? Ashe, Draven, Ezreal. Those are your really last big picks here. With the Nautilus taken away, Alistar is an option for LNG. And unsurprisingly, they actually didn't go for any top lane bans, which kind of impressed me, but maybe they just weren't worried about it, as they went for 2 support bans instead. And this should be Zika on the Jax. And it will be, oh my goodness. Is it? It can be, it can work. Ooh. Oh. I don't think this is it. But it will be the Jinx out of aiming, the first of the tournament. And now the support lock-in will be Renata, which is not a bad pick at all into this comp, and LNG look like they are in position. They get exactly what they want. KT did indeed get what they want for this first half of the draft, but they really had to dig deep for these ADC picks. And Jinx, oh my goodness. Oh, I mean, I've been casting some League recently. I've been casting some 13-20 League, and I've been really excited to see teams pick Jinxes, because when you pick Jinx, things hit the fan. It's such a strong ADC. It's just a great pick to make, and especially with the changes. But Jinx is always an ADC that can turn fights whenever she wants to. So this is it. Like, this is the weird pick that I'm excited for at Worlds. Even though it's not even close to as strong as it will be on live, I'm excited anyways, because it's fun. Jinx is so much fun to watch. And I can't read Korean, so I don't know what that sign says. Oh, it's so hot. I don't like it. It's hot now. Yeah. And we're into game KTLNG game 1. And boom. Let's go. And the chants begin. Like, the chants immediately start for these guys. Scout versus BDD. I feel like we've seen this before. And you see nothing really special coming out from any of these players. See BDD opting for the phase rush in this matchup. Oh, BDD with Doran Shield, not the worst. Hong almost walking into Lehens. And Lehens, I don't even know. Ooh. And Lehens just boots away Hong there. Kane into Zika. Will land the CC. And get a grass proc. Boom shakalaka. And now the fight gets a bit more aggressive as Zika levels up with the Counter-Strike active. Scout gets traded onto by BDD. Pretty good. And Zika just jumping onto, or Zika. I haven't casted Zika in like 2 days, so like 4. I haven't casted Zika in 4 days, so I completely forget how to pronounce it. Again, LNG not only fancy themselves the true number 2 seed from China, but feel that they deserve the number 2, the title from the fans as the number 2 seed. And as far as they're concerned, they are the 2nd seed from the LPL. And, I mean, they've proved it. So, the expectations are immense for LNG here, even if they are self-imposed. It's just BDD jukes it out. Nice accelerated shock blast too. Scout not going to land the CC there. And PDD's going to try and take it back here. Catches out this last bit of the wave. Scout going to go for something. They don't know. Jump on, lands, flash, Q, headbutt back. Hong has no chance of surviving even with a bailout on him. And KT, find first blood, lands, jumps forward with the dusk wave and secures the trade for for LNG. And what a play by Gala. That is why LNG took him off of RNG. Because he is just that good. No, I'm blind. Just insane here. Sees Cuz, knows they have the play, sets it up. And just beautiful. And then Lahens, Gala knows how to do this. Just knows. So good from Gala, especially because he's going to be the only ADC with gold now, or he's going to be the ADC with gold, and he's 15 CS ahead. Scout, BDD, fighting each other. BDD just weaving in those autos. Scout has ulti, though, so BDD's going to have to back up. Yeah, the KT mid laner doesn't really have one of those. BDD doesn't have 6, so it doesn't have the enhanced transformations either. Actually, no, he doesn't have upgraded Q part 2. He doesn't have ulti upgrades, I believe. Cuz, not on vision. And no, Pop Blossom goes off. BDD with the dunk. Forward secures the kill onto his lane counterpart. And that's going to put him in the lead in mid. Now, LNG still ahead. Pretty much on farm alone, it feels like. As, yeah, Tarzan completely gapping BDD. Gapping Cuz by 19 and 14 CS diffs in the bot lane. Zeka just doing what he can, staying even. And LNG will rotate up from bot and down from mid as they get wave control in both. Great plays there. Great wave control from both sides to get this early Drake set up. And aiming just is going to leave. It's going to back. Keen just able to pressure so hard with that Q3. Hong doesn't throw the Q out in the end. And KT in kind of a disadvantaged state in this bot lane right now. 20 CS down. Is BDD? No, he's going to go back, right? And ulti gets burned. And the Chinese fans the Korean fans popping off. I forgot what side had the Nico for a second. Cuz setting up the Herald play. There's no pushing mid. He's pushing top, though. And now Gala gets a solo plate there. A lot of gold going over to Gala there. 15 CS lead for the LNG ADC. Herald goes over to Cuz. So not bad. Keen will be able to take a singular plate and back. Ow, that really hurt. Ow, that one also hurt. It resets. Resets from the bot lane of LNG. 17 CS ahead will be cut down to, I think, I want to say 11. Yep. And now, Scout, stealthy minion. Nope. BDD just doesn't care. Zika has to really, really run. Zika able to get out, but Lehen's going to headbutt him away from the turret, but the grasp, Nature's Grasp isn't going to land. They really need this, because with the Twisted Advance into the Bramble Smash, Zika trying to run away. And doesn't die to turret. He's escaped. Oh my goodness, Zika. You psychopath. How do you live? How? I thought he was going to die to the turret. And now it's a race for the turret. Herald charging. Teleport coming in from Zika. Tarzan jumps onto aiming. The flame chomper's out. And the TP coming in from behind. Tarzan into everybody. He's jumping forward. Zika is he gonna fall down this time? He will. Not Chasey. Keen secures a kill onto Zika, and it's a 2-0 and a turret for a turret. And the longest escape, that would have been a Hishinshin if it actually, worked the first time. And they did not get to go in. Aiming, just able to run away. Lehens was able to block Zika for long enough. And then Scout just leaves. Scout just walks away. Cool men don't. The cool guys don't look at explosions. Scout doesn't look at his teammates getting absolutely ass blasted. Gala got so many plays to himself there at the end that he's somehow 800 ahead with only 1 kill. 28 CS. Almost a whole turret to himself. Keen going to get caught there. And LNG will handshake. Will just not even contest the dragon. KT will even out the Drake count. And it's going to be a Mountain Soul this game. And Gala continues to have so much damage. And that only takes out his shield. Keen is flashless now for a while. Good plays there by LNG, even if they didn't get a kill. to really start moving the map, or not even moving the map, just start punishing players for overextending on KT. Look at that. 1,000-ish ahead in this bot lane specifically. Overall, it's like 200. So, it's pretty tough. That they haven't been able to convert much of that into an overall win. Or an overall big lead. It's 500 now. I'm trying to maneuver the wires around. Scout. It's just standing here. It's going to be a reset. Scout takes a lot of damage there. Never mind. Not Scout takes a lot of damage there. And KT are just going to stay here. And are they just going to give it up? Tarzan. And now all of them are rotating over, and this Herald fight is going on forever. And they're going to back. So this is KT's Drake time, or Herald time. And it will be Herald over to KT again. In the end, LNG don't even contest it and just let it go. Now Zika going bot side here. No one really there to answer him just yet. But Keen coming down. Aiming takes his back. Both ADC Stormrazor, but Gale Force. No, that's Infinity Edge coming out from Gala. Or for Gala. Tarzan just experiencing the pain of a Maokai jungle with Demonic Embrace. Painful. It's painful. I'll give you that much info. And Tarzan going to start it up with Gala. And it's going to be Herald time in mid lane. Aiming is coming in. The ulti. steals it away with the help of his Jinx, and Cuz takes the dragon for KT. Oh my goodness. And KT Rolster are in advantage town. Such a big play there. What? What on earth? I mean, Tarzan just didn't smite. He had it. Had it available and just didn't do it. I'm intrigued. Dang, that just brings it below. Just got away with it. That's crazy. You can hear the Korean casters, and I don't understand a word they're saying, obviously. I'm just, like, so goddamn tired. I'm sorry. I'm really tired. And knowing that this game is not going to peak for a while is kind of killing me. A nice flash, but aiming. No flash on his own side, but Zika cannot get away. The combo, he will get away, but the rocket follows all the way to, well, his leap. It's a basic attack, and will secure the kill onto Zika, and now KT are in the driver's seat all the way. They've buckled in, hands on the wheel, and they're going for Baron. Baron. Ugh, I hate how I say it sometimes. Do they have the DPS? It's going to be really tough. It's going to come down to a smite fight. If Tarzan's alive, Scout is going to find a kill onto aiming, and now it's time for LNG to turn the tables. Gala secures the kill. BDD has killed Scout. Cuz flashes away, gets rooted up. The Gugun he traps Cuz, but he gets to run away just a little bit. And LNG fight back. And they've unbuckled the seatbelt of KT. Never mind. They didn't time it. Oof. Fishbones finishes the job. Big teleport from Zika. Or from Scout. And a really good shutdown on to aiming. And Gala saves Tarzan's life in a literal way. They weren't able to get anything. This will be the third Drake for KT Rolster. Don't see Baron coming through. Zika going for Tarzan here. Lehens jumps onto Tarzan, but he most importantly finds the ADC. Gala goes solo. A nice Pop Blossom flashes away. Scout secures the kill onto Keen, but aiming will find Tarzan. Scout in a terrible position. Will not run away. It's a double kill for aiming. And now it's push time for KT Rolster. They can't really push. Almost everyone's out of mana or dead. This is such a good engage. And Keen falls. BDD. It doesn't fall, actually. I believe. No, it is BDD. Oh. No, never mind. BDD lived. I lied. It's just Keen. And now, look at the damage. They're dividing their damage up so well. It's just really, really hard to target one person because you got to target a lot of people. And now LNG start the Baron. Cuz can't get in. And now LNG have found the angle to fight. There's so much damage coming through from Gala already. A nice unstoppable into Tarzan. But are they going to be able to do anything? Cuz going to land so much damage onto him. Zika jumps forward onto aim, and the Cataclysm gets the shutdown. And now LNG are running at KT Rolster. Lehens will fall. Gala goes on a rampage. And now they are looking for an angle to kick the door in on KT Rolster. LNG found the angle. Are we looking at the end here, though? It's completely possible. It's only Keen and BDD for a little bit longer. They're just going to try and hit these turrets as hard as they can. The first Nexus turret falls. Hong goes insanely low. BDD doesn't. He needs to land this. Blocked by the clone. Good play by Scout. And for the time being, they survive the onslaught of LNG. 4,400 ahead on KT Rolster on the Baron alone. Oh my goodness. Just unreal. Look at the damage Gala's landing. So much. And then this Vigil, boom, immediately targets onto Cuz. Takes so much. And then they're just able to combo. They're just able to combo aiming to his doom. And now they have a whole Nexus turret down. They got 5 minutes of inhib time. And Gala is such a menace. 4-0-1. And he's, again, one of the best ADCs. He's so good. How does he do it? And a lot of damage onto Lehens there from Scout, even through the heal. The heck was that? 10 seconds on this Baron, and 45, 46-ish hundred gold is the addition to LNG's wallet as they now, yeah, that's pretty much the entire gold lead. And at least they're going to stop the dragon stack, or continue to stall the dragon stacking for the time being. Oh, no. They knew. They knew. They saw it coming and said no. And it will stall for the time being. 5 more minutes till the next Drake spawns, so they're in a pretty solid spot when it comes to that objective, at least. But Baron, 2 minutes. They need to find an angle to set up everything and not be dead. That's pretty tough. Because if you're out of position, Keen has the ability to just drag you into everyone on his team. KT, that Jace is doing damage. 2-0-5, 3 items. Jinx almost at 4. This is just such a monstrous performance. And dodges it. Barely dodges that. But the Jax, yep. 3 items coming through now. Void Staff finished for the Nico. LDR, 4 items on this Aphelios. Redemption for the Renata now, too. Hong has to flash. The Super Mega Death Rocket is absolutely huge there, too. Shock Blasts just haven't been finding anybody. So it's been pretty tough. And now, just looking for the GA from Gala now. It's really all that's left. Tarzan, face checking, is going to allow Lehens to jump onto Gala, but look at the healing. The ulti out, but a massive 4-man Pop Blossom and Gala will find the first kill. He becomes unstoppable. And it's a shutdown for the double kill. Getting dragged all the way away. Keen. Zika will secure the 3rd kill. LNG eyes on the Baron as they wipe 3, or they just dominate 3 for 1 there in aiming. Oh no. Aiming a little mischievous, it seems. Doesn't hold it, right? Aiming is taking aim. Not in time. And could have worked. And look at this. Scout unknown. And massive 4-man engage. And then just running at KT Rolster because they can. And just so much damage coming through now. Full build. GA done. 30 seconds on this dragon now. This is such a threatening Helios. Look at the damage. 25,420 at 33 minutes. That is unfathomable. I mean, 4 items on the Jinx, heading towards one last item with the BF sword, but it's just looking insane for LNG. Gala is playing out of his mind. He wants to go to playoffs, finally. He has an MSI title. He says, I want more than that. I want a world championship. And this is how you win it. And now, pushing forward, the Drake, not even in question right now. They're going to go for this mid inhib. Gala hitting it so hard. Holy cow. Just wiping it out in a handful of autos. And now he's just going to walk forwards. Gala, hungry for kills, only has 6, says more. And he's going to get all outed. But is it even going to matter? Gala goes solo. But with that red gun, he's able to heal so much. And he's going to secure the first kill onto Kitty. Still in GA. He has GA available still. Zika taking so much damage. Goes Golden Scout. Lands a massive Tangle Barbs on to BDD. And it will be the kill. And LNG will take the 1-0 lead in game. Or in this advancement match. And now they are 1 win away from joining JDG in knockouts. I mean, oof, boy. And it was so slow pace at the start. And then LNG just took it to 11 in team fighting. And now sit 1 win away from the knockout stage, and this is huge. For KT, you're 1 win away from having to potentially face a team that will be more than eager to try and take you down to prove a point, especially with the teams that are in there at the moment. Dplus, Kia, Fnatic, they are fine with running straight through you if it means advancing to knockouts. So, for LNG, 1 win, and you secure your 2nd playoffs appearance, I believe. I'm going to go to the LNG Wikipedia page, or Worlds 2021. This is when LNG last made a World Championships, I believe. And the 3-way tie, you were 2 wins away from, think about it that way. 1 win away from making it 2 knockouts. And 2 wins away from winning your group. So, LNG, they've only been... This is their 2nd World Championships. And if they win this game, this would be their 1st knockouts appearance. So, I will see you for Game 2. Again, or between KT, Rolster, and LNG Esports. Hello and welcome back to the kimchicast for LNG KT Rolster. 2-1 matchup as KT 1 win away from being sent to the 2-2 pool, the final pool of the Swiss stage. LNG on the verge of advancing to knockouts for the first time ever. Tarzan comes to LCK. Man, that's 2 days in a row that LCK fans are begging for LPL players to come back, or to come to the region, not even come back. Tarzan is Chinese. But as we get into draft, KT need to really find a way to shut down Gala and shut down Scout, because they did not at all have an answer to those 2 absolute menaces on the Rift last game. The Rumble banned away from Keen. They're not going to first pick Maokai this time. No first pick Maokai. And we're not immediately banned away, but Soon banned away by KT. Hung had more than enough impact on it once. Don't want to give it over again. And Gala's Tristana banned away. Gala and Scouts, I guess, but interesting to go towards that. As I think they're going for Kai'Sa here then. This is a pretty well telegraphed Kai'Sa first pick here. And they don't want to hand this over. Azir has been left out for like the first time since day one, it feels. And they're going to take the Kai'Sa. Azir and Ori available. It's just... And it will be the Azir locked in for Scout. And you see those bans. It's been a while. And Nautilus for the Hens. That's the bot lane locked in for KT. And that's something you want to lock in early. Get confidence in that bot lane. It's a good state. And really a BDD Talia lock-in. I don't think that's the angle I would have went for. 2-14. You see how that is. Yeah, that is what Talia's been for this World Championship. 2-14 is a bad one. Blabber's one of them somehow. I don't know how. I don't know how Blabber is one of the wins for Talia, but Blabber's one of the wins for Talia, and it's kind of gross. And they're just going to take two really strong picks here. No Kalista lock-in. They want the Jarvan. Interesting. I think I would have left the Jarvan instead. Kalista's just too useful. I think Kalista's just too strong of a pick to just pass over like that. Because now you might... Actually, no, you get it. Your first pick next rotation. Never mind. Alistar taken away. There you go. Viego taken away from Cuz. Played it even, I believe. No, I don't think it was on T1 when it was out. But Vi taken away. Jeez. I'm so glad I already made all the assets for today's video, because I would be so upset if I had to make them. It's only 2 more days of Swiss stage, and then we go to playoffs. This is crazy. This is absolutely psychotic that we're already almost done. Now, back to the draft. The opportunity to lock in the... I mean, you can lock it in. You can. They have the Kalista available if they want to. They can't... I mean, they can also just hold on to it, but there's no point to. And they're going to take the Leona here. Renekton Lahens, her Renekton Sejuani locked in here, and Sivir. I don't think the Sivir is the angle. And it will be Sivir locked in for Gala. I'm not a huge fan of this. Sivir is, I think, 0-3, 0-4 now. And just... I think they got the better of them in the draft. I'm not a huge fan of Talia, obviously. But Renekton... Renekton's fine. This Kai'Sa Nautilus with the Sejuani is just such a strong setup. I just am not a fan of what LNG have brought to the table for this draft. LNG has the Jax. They got the Azir, and they got a little bit of a circle comp going with the Jarvan and Leona, but the Sivir is just such a dead weight, if you ask me. That's what I think, at least. I think the Sivir is going to be a real dead weight. So I'm just kind of tired of Pro Sivir. It's not very good. I don't think it's very much of a pick anymore. So Kobe forgets. And KTLNG get into game. Let's get excited because Worlds is here or Worlds continues. Why did I even say that? We're like a week into the World Championships. And now 2 lethal tempos, so we're going to be seeing we are going to be getting pretty normal ADC builds as far as anyone's concerned. I mean, yeah, I hope so. It is lethal tempo. I would really be confused to see anything else. I know I said earlier that KT did like kind of fumble the bag in playoffs, and that LNG is this big scary team that if they're just really a strong team and one of the best at this tournament, KT still are good. Like, clearly, they're here. I don't think the opponents they faced are as hard as the ones LNG have faced. But KT Rolster are still here for a reason. It just dawned on me that I never like gave them their flowers. They did finish 3rd at LCK Summer still, despite absolutely picking the worst possible target for their first round, or their first set of playoffs. Still here for a reason. Gala going to get jumped on early. Hong coming in to try and save Lehens. The cleanse out from Gala now, and the plasma proc onto Hong, and Lehens just a nice hook and aiming with the great follow-up. I think it's because they mentioned T1, and I was like, they're still here. It just kind of hit me like, yeah, they're still 2-1. They're still facing a strong team, 1 win away from playoffs, so it's not shocking, I guess. And so, yeah, I guess I do have to reiterate that even though maybe KT isn't considered one of the strongest teams at this tournament, they are still playoff bound at the moment. Tarzan just going to take away. It's just going to be Scuttles on opposite sides of the map. And now Zika not in a great spot. BDD gets a lot of damage out with those Sand Soldiers, but not much cuz. Spotted out, just clears out the ward though. Tarzan coming forwards. Zika. The stun! The solo doesn't even need Tarzan there! Flash for flash, Zika just solos Keen in the top lane. My goodness. just didn't even need them. And now Gala and Hong coming to answer. And they're only going to get a Q from Gala. Steals the Gromp away. And Zika solo kill. I don't know. Recall's out from the LNG bot lane now. So this is... Bunk. Jaximus. That's kind of the matchup you're in right now. So, there you go. Gala. Maybe getting a bit greedy, but even if Lehens hits a hook, doesn't really have anything to do with it. There we go. There we go. Okay. Why is it... Oh, it's not picking up as much, is it? Oh, the flash for Flash. Lehens, the combo lands. Cuz jumping forward. The Flash W forward from Cuz secures the kill on to Gala. And massive. Absolutely massive there. And check something really quick. Ignore me. We're going to break. Zika jumps onto Keen. Has the ultimate available. Dominus out. The Ruthless Predator is going to be a nice play. But is he going to be able to get the solo here? Keen doesn't have flash anymore. That's right. This doesn't help. I do that. Sorry. Just checking stuff. It's about the same. Gala doesn't have anything available and just gets burned. Meanwhile, Zika and Keat, oh my goodness, went to war right there. Almost. Hung has flash available if he needs it, but doesn't even want to burn it. Testing stuff. Give me a minute. Give me a minute. Okay, we're going to go with that one for now. And now, it's pretty good lead for KT right now. With level 6 coming up for Cuz, has the Glacial Prison. That's going to be so strong for this, for just the ability to gank. And BDD going to be able to throw Scout back into turret range, and that's going to be a nice little quick combo. Zika takes a little bit of damage from Keen there. And now, just wait. Cuz coming up, BDD coming up. Now BDD spotted out. And now Tarzan going to clear out this ward here, but there's still another one for Scout. Zika needs to be careful here. And not going to start the Drake. Going to kill off that ward, though, and try and take it back. Or not take it back. Sorry, I was looking at Gala. Gala's going to take it back. Zika, Cuz, doesn't pull the trigger on the ultimate. He's playing it safe for the time being. And now, it's going to be first Herald. No contest. Tarzan is in the... It's not even close to lane right now. Or close to the Herald. He's in bot side. So he's just going to give it. This is the new Nautilus skin, by the way. I thought it wasn't last time I saw it. It's the new Nautilus skin. So, there you go. Tarzan. Well, Hens is just going to stand here. Hex Flash over the wall. With Scuttle Vision available, so it's fine. Cuz just dropping this Herald early. And going to get a small crash. Zika just beating up these minions. And now Zika just in control of the wave again. Scout and PDD are pretty even right now. Zika's ahead barely, but it's pretty even still. 10CS lead does make that up a little. Like, everyone's so close in this game. It's only 2 kills. And so, Keen knows Zika's recalling, so it's just going to cancel that. Is this just going to be first Drake over? Tarzan's in the top lane, and there's no steal. Zika, or not Zika, Lehens jumps over the wall. BDD, nice! Blast cone from Lehens and aiming. I mean, that was mostly just Lehens. Aiming secures the kill, but Lehens absolutely bodies Hong right there. And now Scout in a terrible position. And now, Cuz jumps over the wall here. BDD's flying in. A nice shuffle, but he might have just doomed his jungler to death. And he has. BDD has slain Tarzan. And now KT speeding up the game a little bit. Finding the angles to start getting these solo kill. Or start finding these LNG members one by one. Zika. Still pretty even, so that's about it. And Hong just flashes over. And autos that. Lehens. Just incredible plays. And Tarzan kind of stuck. The wall just griefs Tarzan so hard there. BDD plays that super well. And now KT are in a position of power. About 1.5k ahead. Zika trading with Keen. It's kind of tough. He needs the grasp to really do it well. They're going to spot out Cuz on this on these Chimkins. Well, Chimkins. And it's all... I don't know what I'm doing. Sorry. I got distracted by the ability to do something dumb. Lehen's not going to kill that ward off just yet. Cuz going to take the red and walk away. They know where Cuz is though, so it's kind of less effective. Tarzan is on the wrong side of the jungle. Or no, he isn't. Sorry. I thought Cuz was gonna collapse. He wasn't. They're going to get vision of Tarzan once he leaves this jungle, too. He's just going to back. So. My God. Trolling me. KZ are just playing this so well. They're not going super fast like we've seen Genji do. They're not playing lightning-paced League of Legends or kind of messy, fast-paced League of Legends. They are playing tempoed League of Legends. They're going slow. They started out super slow, let the game come to them a little bit, except for Keen, who died early and then answered the play bot lane, obviously. But then they just waited a little bit, waited for the Drake, sped the game up or not even sped the game up, but drastically increased the tempo of the game by Lehens jumping over the wall there. That was really huge. And now it's going to be really tough for LNG to get into this. Just the two members you don't want to have money. That's concerning. And the mask done for BDD is absolutely massive for KT. It's just going to allow him to be that much more of an issue for LNG to deal with. Huge. And the Radiant Virtue, they will get one in Leona eventually, but it's going to take a while. Meanwhile, having it on your jungler just allows extra healing constantly. Rift Herald down. Mid lane pushing in. And Lehen's just... Or not Lehen's. Cuz just gonna take the back. Zika going to jump forward with Keen. And just lets him go. Thing is, Renekton's kind of just not going to scale as hard as Jax will. The early game menace that is Renekton is kind of not a problem at the moment for Zika. Can't kill him, but he actually is behind in CS2. And now this is the chance for Keen to really start going off. Has a lot of damage, but here comes Scout. The shuffle into the turret. Keen's flash gets just denied. And that's going to be a massive pick for LNG. But I don't know if it's going to mean anything because now Scout's on the wrong side of the map. This is going to be the mid-tier 1 falling. No questions about it. And now tier 2's being threatened. Zika is going to have to come back here. The jump forward. Gala, nice spell shield on the Glacial Prison. Nice. But this will also be the second Drake over to KT Rolster. So Drake stacking is very much an option for them right now. It's also going to be another tier 1 falling in exchange for the top tier 1. So I do think KT still winning across the map here. Like, all things considered, this is a pretty good game from them. Ow. KT's in a good position. They aren't dominating yet, but they're in a good spot. Look at that CS diff. 20 in the mid lane. It's just absolutely crucial that they have to answer. And 2 items done. 2 items finished for Scout. This is huge. Now Tarzan going to steal away this red buff from Cuz. They're going to meet Cuz in like 2 seconds, actually. But they only know Hong is here. They don't know Cuz is here. Keen might be overstepping a little bit, actually. Nope, Lehen's not going to throw himself into the enemy. Backs up. Now Cuz interested in fighting off Hong here, but Zika's on the wrong side of the map. We're going to be able to ward hop away and get the Dominus out, too. And LNG just kind of win that trade, but KT are going to start pushing in this top tier 2. Scout's coming to answer. So, they know Scout's there. It's just going to be a backup moment. Cuz thieving the Raptors and giving them mostly over to aiming. now KT doing pretty well for themselves. Just under 2k ahead. Lehens splits the... I mean, that's what Lehens wants there. Sees them going 3 different directions. Is able to split the team. Can kind of just pick the engage at that point. But they're all going to reset here. There's nothing on the map for them to do. So KT take the back. LNG are just going to try and do something while this is happening. It's going to be the Baron vision starting to be set up. They don't know Talia's there, though. No. Because he's clearing out this vision that LNG just set up. Drake is down for another minute 45, and I don't think there's going to be a Baron take anytime soon. These two teams are not really in a position to do it. Like, at all. So, we're going to be chill for a while. Oh, Tarzan found out here because pushing a bit far forward. Going to take a good chunk of damage from Scout there, and by that I mean nothing. Oh. Cuz getting caught out. Scout. Tarzan jumps in. But they're going to secure the kill. Aiming. The stun was huge for Tarzan. Or for stopping Tarzan. And they're barely going to live. The great escape we saw from Zika. The Great Escape Part 2. Zika not going to find the croc, but finds a control word. And look at this stun. Just all. Phil and Golly gets griefed. And now Drake 3 for KT probably. I don't see an angle where it's not. And it will be. BDD's down there aiming. Not even going to need to rotate for this. LNG are just going to give the Drake's soul point over to KT Rolster here. Look at that goal. I mean, the goal diff isn't even that big. It's still within 1,000. I don't know if that's a damning statement of KT or LNG, but it's only 1,000. Zika taking the blue buff. Doesn't have teleport here, actually. Very isolated. Needs to start rotating over or else he's going to be dying. Hong caught out. Doesn't have the resistances yet to survive this. And aiming is going to go on a killing spree. It's going to be the Sun Disc out. But KT Rolster in control. They're going to clear out this vision really quick. And now here come LNG. They got to walk into the darkness that is the Baron Pit and Top River. They don't know Keen is here. They find Keen. BDD could just cut them off, and they're not even going to contest the Baron. And now they're fighting 4v5 with the Baron buff against them, and they're running into the wrong areas. BDD throws it in there. The blast cone away. Cuz goes over the wall onto Zika. Might have chosen the wrong target. BDD trying to land any damage he can. Not going to land anything, though. Gala. The Hens finds Gala and aiming. Goes on a rampage. The shuffle away. Ooh, the shuffle away. Aiming from downtown with the killer instinct. Gets the double kill. Hong goes solo. Triple kill for aiming. And Zika tucks his head between his legs and runs. That's not the saying. Tail between his legs. Anyways. And now KT possibly able to end here. Not actually, no. They're going to push so hard. It's going to be a tier 3 for KT Rolster, and BDD starts the fight off just so well. Look at this. Keen, with this pressure, is able to force LNG away from walking into mid lane, which would have possibly let them free. Scout tries to go in, has to stare down the wall of the great wall of BDD. And now there's so much. Gala, like, just gets hooked. And aiming, gets the kill. Sets up everything. Had a mark already on him. So able to just launch himself, throw himself into chaos. Has the rank 2 ultimate there, so yeah. He's able to fly into combat, aiming level 15 now, 2 levels up on Gala. And Dominus out. He doesn't care. Zika needs to run away. He doesn't really care at all. BDD is here to save the day. And the mid laner of KT Rolster will take the kill and a recall. And now KT 6,300 gold ahead from this Baron power play. It is the largest of the tournament so far by like 1,000 plus. $7,000 gold. Well, 64 will be the final gold swing in that match, or on that Baron power play. And KT have the largest Baron gold swing of the tournament, and they're gonna get this Drakesaw on top of it. They are going to be 10,000 gold ahead. They are going to be marching into LNG's base. Shields up. Resistances turned up to 11. And there is nothing KT Rolster, or nothing that can stop KT Rolster besides themselves. And knowing KT Rolster, fully possible. It's only 9,000 now. They do cut the lead down to only 9K. And so there's people either driving really hard, loud, like really tweaked up car, like absolute mega cars, or dirt bikes outside, and I can hear them. 6-0-1 on this Kai'Sa, aiming a menace at the moment. 3 items in, probably most gold in the game. I want to say most gold in the game. They're not going to give me the gold graph, but I think it is. Level 16, max rank ultimate available now. And aiming is such a problem. Zika's done the most damage, but aiming's done the most damage when it matters. And this just feels like KT finally getting their game at World. I mean, they haven't had a super clean game like this quite yet. BLG game was obviously a mess. DK was a nail biter. And Weibo Gaming, I believe, they faced. I don't remember that game at all. I don't. But the loser of this will be joining Weibo Gaming in the 2-2 pool. Boom. And Lahen's trying to find a back angle, really. And 3 items now on this. Oh, 4 items on this Dahlia. Or 3 items on this Dahlia. 4 on this Kaisa now. It is just such a threat to walk into the blindness. Into the darkness. And now, Zika stuck under turret. Teleport available. Starting the Baron up now. This could be absolutely huge. If they can find it. Cuz is just going so low. Keen coming in from behind. Zika teleports in for nothing. And that's KT taking their second Baron of the game. Just absolutely great for KT. This is an incredible game for KT. One could even say to get excited about it. Like, I'm almost getting mildly interested in this KT game. Almost. It's such an interesting game. Oh, boy. 3-item tank Knight's Vow on Cuz now. Probably on aiming. An inhibitor will go down in mid. And what is this angle? They're going to try and push down this top tier 3. Jumping onto Hong. Lahen's going to nail the depth charge. Tarzan falls down. And Kaisa from downtown aiming. And it's only Zika standing alone as BDD secures a double kill. Flash forward, the stun, and they're just going to zone Zika off as KT Rolster battle to tie this series. The super invincible minion coming through with the teleport, and this series is going the distance. We got a game 3 between LNG and KT. Let's go. Let's go. This is hype. Day 7 of Worlds will not be a pair of sweeps. It will be a sweep and a 3-game set as KT Rolster dominate game 2. Like, they just fully dumpstered in game 2 there, en route to winning it and tying up this series to determine who goes to playoffs. And so, next up, the last game of the day. KT Rolster LNG game 3. Winner goes to playoffs. Loser will join Weibo Gaming, Fnatic, and Dplus Kia in the 2-2 pool to determine the last 3 matches, or the last 3 teams who will go to playoffs. All right, we're back for the last game of the day. It's 1-1 LNG KT, and now it's just basically time for draft. Winner advances to playoffs. Loser goes to the 2-2 pool, as mentioned plenty of times, because it is time. I mean, these players have been brawling. LNG had a strong game, KT had a strong game, and now it's really up to which team comes out on top when it matters most. because there's not much. I mean, everything's come down to this moment for these two teams now. LNG got a tough draw in the best of 3 round. In the 2-0 pool, had a really rough draw, drawing their finals opponent, JDG. And once again, of course, it went the distance. And, of course, it finished with JDG on top. Why wouldn't it? And aiming Zariband away. Wow. Not what I was expecting, but okay. Kai'Sa's available for LNG, and Azir is up again. This is interesting. And Gala taking the Kai'Sa immediately. They're going to hand over the Azir pretty much. Perfectly fine with taking the Azir. But perfectly fine with giving it up, though. Not the Poppy. I wouldn't see the Poppy angle here. Alistar could be an early lock for... Yeah. It's going to be an Alistar lock-in. Not bad. But it's going to be Rakan. Not a bad pick here. I like the Rakan. I think the Rakan's a good pick. Of course, Hong got very used to playing Rakan throughout the summer split. And is this going to be the Renekton lock-in? And it will be the Renekton blind for Zika. And damn, that's a good sign. Holy, that looks like a U, but besides that, yeah. Though LNG's logo does look a bit like a U, so fair. Ew. Ugh, I grossed myself out. BDD locking in the ADC for aiming. Aphelios, that is. So, they're going to have a good bot lane. They have a good late game carry. Just they need to get there. We saw Gala have an absolute field day on Aphelios in game 1. So, if aiming performs anywhere half as close to that, we've got ourselves a good Aphelios game. Talking. I always do this. I always like talk over my pop filter. It's very weird. What is... No, while we were in draft. Ah. Hey, that's the same one I'm using. Hey. Jarvan and Silas banned away. Poppy banned away from LNG or from KT. And Jax taken away. So 2 counters into their comp taken off the table. Vi locked in for Cuz. And they can just take the R here into the Azir unless we get some crazy unless we get something crazy and Gala locks in the Wukong for Tarzan. And are they just gonna take the Ori into this matchup again? We've seen this matchup, and it did not go well for one GAM Esports. It's brutal. And, come on, make up your minds in the mid lane. And it will be the Orianna. 64% ban rate for the Ori, and finally gets through again. 2 times today. That's pretty crazy. Keen has played Quinn in the LCK summer season. And there's Lehens getting his hover in. Ornn. I think that's our first Ornn of the tournament. I think so. I want to say so. It's not going to show us the stats because Riot can't fix this. It's such a problem that Riot can't fix. So this is going to be interesting. The Ornn will be fine into the Renekton for the most part because he just doesn't give a damn about the Renekton. So and now it's going to be very tough. Both teams actually have very good, very good drafts, actually. Very, very good ones. I'm very impressed that both of these teams put together a very solid draft. Like, usually that doesn't always happen. Sometimes you get some goofy ones, but it's perfectly okay. And we're into the last game of the day. LCK, KT Rolster, LNG battling in the... is it a rivalry? I can't call it a rivalry between these two, but LPL, LCK definitely got something going on after meeting in playoffs so many times now. So, means something, I guess. As 1-1 will turn into 2-1 for one of these two teams. Gala gets a nice bit of damage. Lehens is going low. They're going to fight hard. The Ignite out and the Flash out from Lehens now. Hong burns an Ignite. Lehens has to burn his Flash, but he is Hex Flash, so it's not the worst thing in the world. But now it is time to put your money where your mouth is. KT, I'm honestly impressed. LNG and KT made the trade again for the Azir Kai'Sa. I just wasn't expecting it. I just thought it was going to be a Kai'Sa ban or an Azir ban, leave the Kai'Sa up, and really force KT to ban away the Kai'Sa or the Azir. Like, ban away the Azir, forces them to ban the Kai'Sa out. Scout is fixing, adjusting, hold on. There we go. I was adjusting my position to be better for me. And Hong has the engage advantage, especially because of that. Ooh, that early flash from Lehens is going to be tough to overcome for an Alistar especially. And now, yep, it's time to stare at them while they do it. It is Cole for both ADCs. There we go. Keen and Zeka, yeah. Again, Keen doesn't really care if he wins or loses to this Renekton. He is Ornn, and there's a pause. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Something is up. And you see all the LNG fans coming out. I don't know what that says. Again, with the Korean production team, they will focus on Korean signs. Shocking, I know. It's kind of their thing. It seems to be on the KT side, as not everyone's favorite referee. Intriguing. No clue what. Oops, hit the pop filter. Trying to see if I'm far enough from the pop filter. Oops. Nice. I'm going to transition over to here really quick. Aiming has griefed himself, apparently, somehow. And tough. We will be back. I mean, no. I need to do it. We're just going to say we're skipping the pause because I don't have the patience to care to sit through the pause. I have VODs, baby. So, no need for VODs. I am immune to that. Or no need for pauses. I am immune. Ow. Aiming had the issue. Doesn't seem to care too much as he goes at perfectly CS's that half wave. Scout getting chunked out. That range advantage Azir has is pretty strong for the time being. Gotta bring those out later. You don't see anything. Performance issues. It seemed to be a client-side issue, so fixed his performance. I'm assuming it was frames and choppiness. And now Keaton, oh my goodness, Zika. Just having a blast. Just having the most fun out of everyone. And Zeka gets the brittle on him. He's going to tank the brittle. He's going to run in with the Ruthless Predator and everything and try and trade Keaton. He fails miserably at it. Hong getting Hex Flashed at. BDD jumping forward onto Scout and gets so much damage. Is just going to be able to do that a lot. Scout just having to tank a lot of it. And soldiers are so strong sometimes. As we see a lot of level 5s coming through now. And, uh-oh. KT. Hong pushed far, far away. A nice headbutt pulverize. The punch comes through. First blunt for cause. Oh, no. For LNG, that's gotta hurt. Because KT just played that to perfection. Just gorgeous. Making them think that they recalled, because that would be a standard recall timing. And then just coming at them is so clean. Such a good play. Now, Cuz is That's first blood. Incredible predict there. Or incredible read, I guess. Not really a predict. Incredible read that Lehens would jump. Or not Lehens. That he would jump back. And you see the LNG fans in the crowd, in the sea of Koreans, are just sad. But Hong jumps right back to Gala and gets punished hard. Oh, wait. BDD. Shockwaved, yeah. And now BDD pretty low, though. And Tarzan will be able to get a steal on the red buff here because of it. So, it's not the end of the world for LNG. Burning their Shockwave there is always not fun, but it's still fine. So much damage from BDD. He went for the Halo Blades, too, as opposed to the Conqueror, which we saw from Scout last game. So, going to be going for short burst trades instead of longer. Oh, wait. Gala has ulti, actually. Gala and aiming both have ulti. Cuz doesn't. But KT back onto the Drake. There's no real chance of LNG stealing this one, so it's perfectly fine. It will be an early Cloud Drake, which isn't super useful, but it's there. Cuz spotted out. So is Tarzan, though, and Scout's just gonna... Or not Scout. Cuz just gonna back away. And now the game is slowed down. Keen misses the something charge. It's not headbutt, I know that. It's not ram. Searing charge. Oh, my arm itches. And it, I believe, yep, is Herald for the side of LNG. I was not looking at the moment. Tumble. And you see the gold, even despite the kill, favoring LNG for now by almost 1,000 through sheer CS. I absolutely love that that's called that. I absolutely love that that's called the Victor Azir. Victor versus Azir conundrum, because it's true. Lion's just clearing out vision in the river. Drake not up for another minute and a half or so. It's just kind of happening. Aiming. Going to get a nice jump forward. The Moonlight Vigil will be just not enough. The heal comes through because the ulti's out. Cease and desist your existence, Gala. And causes 2-0 on this Vi. And now KT fully advantage. Full advantage here to KT. And Zika just going to ignore Keen, and Keen's going to ignore him for the most part and just hit the turret. And beat up the wave while he beats up the turret. Tarzan dropping the Herald up top lane now, so Zika should be able to push pretty hard here. A nice jump onto Zika, though. And maybe a bit too aggressive in the end, but it's fine. Gala is not really ahead anymore. He's kind of lost his lead. Amy's in such a good spot. And ahead in CS. Or not ahead in CS. Ahead in XP. Here comes BDD. Or not BDD. Here comes Keen. Off. Oh, Emperor's Divide into the Ram, baby. Cuz going low. Cuz will fall. Zika is so close to securing the kill here. Keen going to be able to survive for the time being. Aiming couldn't, or not aiming. Gala couldn't get in there. And BDD barely survives. And it's a 1-for-1. For KT and LNG. KT. Or not KT. LNG. Don't do that. And Scout barely leads. And look at this. Boom. And Zika just doesn't have anything. Oh, he stole the Drake from off screen. We come back for replay. The Drake has stolen the killer instinct, and now the Kaisa is unleashed. It's going to be the first kill for Gala in this game. BDD in the CC chain, and Tarzan secures the kill onto BDD, and now KT trail a lot. Almost 2,000. They steal the dragon, and then they kill KT's jungle mid combo. Beautiful plays there by LNG. We didn't even get to see the Drake steal. Well, we saw the Drake steal, but we didn't see any setup. There was no tension. I'm like, all right, let's see. Ooh, early smite. And then they just are able to turn this back onto them. And now the gold lead from 800. Not even. Before the dragon, it was like 100 for KT. It is now 2,000 almost for LNG. And they're confident in calling for this Herald now. And they're going to leave. Because now it is a confirmed 2,000 gold lead. And now 2-0 on Tarzan. 1 kill and 1 item on this Kaisa. Hold on, let's see if I turn it to... Okay, sorry, I'm messing around with the switch. The settings on my mic again. Whew. LNG are finding ways to get back into to keep them in this game. After a rough start, really. And the flash goes into the shockwave again. The brittle will not find anybody. Scout gets his first kill of the game. And now it's just getting ugly. KT getting caught out. Now here we go. Lehen's gonna get charmed through the unbreakable will. Going to get the airborne. Tarzan should be able to secure this kill here. He will. And Zika chasing down, aiming with the bonus move speed. Cuz comes over the wall now. And Zika will survive. And so will both members of KT Rolster there. The teleport coming in from Keen now to try and stop as much of this push as they can from Gala and the rest of LNG. But Keen's just going to get jumped on by 4 members. And all of LNG are sieging this mid-tier one. And Shirley is going crazy in this bot lane. And just absolute domination. Like, LNG have just found every fight they've wanted since the Mountain Drake. And now river control over to KT as LNG are just going to look towards this They're calling it. It's Baron time. They're going to find Scout, but no one's going to be there to fight the Baron. The Grand Entrance will find 2 with the quickness available. The Shockwave pulls 3 into the center. It's 1 for aiming. Lehens will secure the second kill. It's 2 for aiming and 1 for Scout. The wall will not stop the killer instinct. Triple kill for Gala. And LNG continue to win across the map. They give the Drake, get the Baron, win the fight. Now, This is where the trigger gets pulled. This ulti, look at that. Catches 2 members of KT out. I thought it was 3, but nope, 1 jumped in willingly. But such a good ulti from Scout. Gala, I was going to say Gala with the triple kill there. And now he's 4-1-4. He's bound to finish his 3rd item. Uh-oh. And Tarzan's just gonna die here. Actually, they're able to get out. And now the rest of LNG are here to back him up. Tarzan barely escapes with his life after a very greedy move. Now you see Zika going towards this mid tier 3. They're just going to push it. Zika is pulling the trigger. Cuz just doesn't have a chance, but they're all going to jump on a Scout. BDD catches 2 with the Emperor's Divide, but it's a double kill for Tarzan. Now he's just spinning in a circle, taking out the turret. And LNG win that fight so clean. And are they going to keep it going? The TP in from Scout. The TP back in from Zika. They're looking to end this game. LNG. This could be huge. Gala finds aiming immediately. He goes golden. He will go down. Tarzan on a killing spree. Scout goes on a killing spree, taking out the Ornn. And LNG get denied once, but they cannot be denied twice as they secure the kills onto Cuz on double ace. And LNG are playoff bound. You can only deny the LPL their opportunity at playoffs for so long. And after narrowly losing not even last week, narrowly losing their last match day, like 4 days ago now, against JDG 2-1, they do not let another opportunity slip through their hands as they send KT to the Sunday match day. Oh, buddy. And now LNG are finally top 8 at Worlds for the first time ever. Boom. And so, with that, not everything has come to a close yet, but for the time being, that is it. Tomorrow, the second to last match day of the Swiss stages, we have G2 and RG kicking us off in the battle of NAEMEA. One of them are guaranteed a playoff seed. And on the other end, we have T1 BLG, the 2 seeds from their respective regions. And both of them on the both of them want to follow in the footsteps of their region. Gen G already locking a playoff spot as the 1 seed. JDG as the 1 seed, locking in their playoff spot. LNG going to playoffs. BLG want to do the LPL proud and make it 3 for 3. T1 want to prove that they aren't just the little brother to Gen G and qualify. Who will do it? And who will be sent to the 2-2 pool to battle for elimination or advancement?